show this on a 98 Ford Windstar. It's an LX model. This is changing out the rider's side mirror. It's on the outside versus the 2001 and 2000 videos that are online. This does have the 3 bolts that go through. You do have to change this peg and this peg here. You got to change it over from the old one here to the new one. And then on the door panel's very different. There are 3 screws, that's it. When you take off this cover plate here for the door, basically that allows you to see this screw here, which is in the panel. And on the mount itself, there is still the clip. You pull this forward and then this slides right out because there's a little hinge on there. And you take out these buttons. This one I took out just in case that the nut fell. What you need on that is you have to have a 11 millimeter nut, and I would recommend the long ones. This one's a short one. I barely was able to stick in the attachment, just barely, to get the threads to loosen up a little bit, and that helped quite significantly to get it still out of there without having a long shaft. I put this cord onto the actually attached it with some duct tape to the existing clip here after you take this clip off, and because you got to pull that back up through this metal onto the outside here and yank it all the way out. So to get it back, this is still here. I just attach the new one to it and then fish it back through this hole, come up and plug it back in. That'll make your task a lot easier, because trying to fish this thing through here, as the other videos say, is almost near impossible. Now I did want to change this window piece in here to allow the window to raise up as well, but I'm going to save that for another day. I just wanted to show this door to show that here's the upper screw, and then the bottom 2 screws are underneath the very bottom of the panel, and the clips on the back are identical. They hook up and over, so you just lift it all the way off, and then this panel just peels off and comes down, and then you stick it back in with the plugs into the holes, and that works very easily. This had never been off my door because I'm the original owner, and I've never worked on this door ever, so nobody else has either. So everything on here is still original, and I just have to figure out what's going on with this window. It seized up as did the rider's back window inside, the triangle window, and that one I can't get open as well as I can't this one. So I will replace this. I'm assuming that motor just won't work anymore, so I'm going to have to replace that. So you do have to pop out those 4 rivets in here as well. It's clipped on here, so it just snaps in. There's 3 screws that hold it in place, this one here, and this one, and then this one over here, right there. And that's all that holds that in place. So getting that out of there is going to be a bit tricky, but I have a huge hole here to help me, and then I have these holes over here to help as well. So hopefully, knock on wood, that should be easy for another day. But I just wanted to put this out there for other people who are struggling with having up to the 2000s, because the late 90s through up to 2000 are very different. This was a late model 98. It was actually made when the 99s were coming out already for about 4 or 5 weeks, and I had this one custom made because it's got the tow package and it's got the extra heavy duty engine. It's a 3.8 liter. So this one's a little different than most cars for even a 98, because there are some differences on it. Like, for instance, it's got the 99 gas tank on it. So the straps I had to replace. It was very different, and I had to order 2 sets of straps just to make sure I got the right one. At any rate, this is the video. Enjoy.